Hello one and all, and welcome back to Dark Vault Gaming. I have received a ton of requests asking me exactly how I made my ship, the Razorleaf, which I prominently named the Dark Star, so massive that it is actually now a 5-crew ship. Well, I'll show you how. It's very simple. All you have to do is come over here to speak to this ship service tech. Tell me you want to modify your ship. Now, when you go into the shipbuilding thing, you're not going to do upgrade ship, which bottom right-hand side on the Xbox there, it's the A button. No, you're going to do ship builder, okay? Now, this was originally a 2-man crew ship. What I did was, it's very simple. You go to the items. Let me take this, for instance. This is a cargo bay, okay? Take it off. Put it on the side there. Then you're going to take this. This is called a, a hab, I think. Take that off. All right? Now, you started out with just a couple of habs on the bottom and your engines and stuff. Basically, what you do, if you want to add, like, for instance, another hab, what you do is you select it, and then you duplicate it. Now you have 2, and you can connect them. And once you connect them, if you look in the top left-hand side, it says it's another computer core, like the other one. Well, if you use your D-pad to go through the variations, you can make it your control station, your infirmary, your living quarters, your science lab, your workshop, which I recommend you get, and your all-in-one berth, okay? What this does, it increases the amount of crew members you can have on your station. See, crew station 1, crew station 4, the control station. So you can add different modules to different sections to increase the space of your ship. Now, when you do this, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this one here for now. Okay, boom, it's there. Now, I'm going to bring this in to where it was before. This is the cargo hold. I'm going to highlight it, and then I'm going to hit Y for duplicate. I'm going to put another one up here. So I'm adding cargo, boom. And then I put this over here, boom. So now look how many cargos I have. Now I can't use that because that is just too many for the ship. If you see on the bottom right hand side, it'll say error. So you can't use that many. But right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4 cargo slots. All right. So, and right now this is a 5-crew ship instead of the 2-crew that you get when you first get it. So if you don't want something, you can hit the X button to delete it. X button to delete it. And now it's back to where it was before. So it is nominal. If you look on the bottom right hand side, you get a blue nominal with a check mark. And if you notice on the bottom, it says max crew 5. If you were to take these modules out, or habs, whatever you want to call them, out, delete them, you could delete it back to the original form of a 2-man crew. It's that simple. And you can also do this with, you can add other items as well. But this is how you modify your ship to increase the size of the ship and also increase the cargo. So what I would recommend is you got the original hab on the bottom of the ship, add another one to there, then add one to the side, one to the top, one to the other side, one to the back, and then one to the front. So you add all of these extra habs. Like right here I have the control station, and underneath I have a workshop, and then over here I have, that's the infirmary, and I go down and I have the living quarters, and I go over and I have the all-in-one berth. Over here I have an armory, and over here I have a computer core, and then over here I have a science lab. So let me just take you inside and see if it's okay. If everything is okay with the modifications, it'll allow you to accept the modifications, and boom, there you have it, and there you go. So then you back out of this ship tech, and let me show you exactly what mods, what the modules I put in here to increase the size of the ship, increase the cargo slots, and increase the crew capacity. Very, very simple. So right here, as soon as you walk in, this is your captain's quarters. You have your captain's bed, and you have the navigation console, and then up in the front you have the cockpit. All right, so that's the captain's quarters. Now we're going to go upstairs. So we're going to take the ladder and we're going to go upstairs, and these are all the things that I added to make it bigger. Okay, so this is the second floor. I added, this is the living quarters. You have your sink and you have your stove. Okay, then you go through this hatch, and this is the other half that I added. This is the berth. You got 2 beds there, and you got 2 beds there, and you actually have a table over here, and you have the bathroom over here. So this is living quarters for the rest of the crew. Okay, so that's 4 right there. 4 plus the captain's is 5. But I'm not finished yet. I made a 3rd floor. So now when you go up to the 3rd floor, this one room, I recommend you get it. And this is the workshop. You have your weapons workbench. You have your space suit workbench. You have your industrial workbench. And you have your research lab. Okay? You also have some storage containers, one for the cutter. So you have another storage container there. Then you go into the next tab. And this next tab is where Vasco sleeps. This is the infirmary. That's right, you actually have an infirmary with pharmaceutical lab in it. Okay? Don't need it, but I put it in because I wanted to increase the size of the ship. Next, we have the actual science lab, pharmaceutical lab. So it's a pharmaceutical lab. You come in here and you can make more pharmaceuticals. I know it's an overkill, but I wanted to even the ship out, so I put that on there. And this one, last but not least, we're going to have the armory. That's right, this is the armory. You can store a ton of weapons here. The only problem is, remember, when you store weapons in here, those weapons go towards your max cargo weight. So I would not recommend doing that, because you're going to use up all your cargo space. So do what I did before in my previous video, and I stored it at my apartment at the Constellation. This is the top floor. The top floor, we have the computer core, right? I think this is what it says, computer core. So that's it. So we have all of this. Now, if we go down to the first floor, and we'll come back outside, it is a pain in the neck with the ladder. But, to be honest, this is the first time Bethesda has incorporated actually using ladders in a game. Usually it's just stairs, no ladders. So this is a first. Congratulations to Bethesda. That's your cockpit right there. And then here is your exit door to wherever you are. Okay? So now once you back up, you can see what this bad boy looks like. And it is pretty cool. It's pretty nice. I'm trying to make it look a little bit like the Normandy. Yes, I do love that. I was going to name myself Commander Shepard. So there you have it, and there you go on that. And if you come over here and you go into modify ships, you will see that you have a 5-man crew. And you may have to, because you increase the size of the ship, you may have to actually go into upgrades and increase the size of your engines. You have this two different engines, okay? And then you have your drive. You can increase the drive on there. And then you can, the shield generator as well. So I have a max shield generator on this, but you can increase your engines so they, are capable of carrying the weight of this larger ship. So increase your engines, and all you got to do by doing that is just hit your A button and you can choose different engines. Same with the other engine. You could just choose better ones if you want. Like right now I might choose these Aries. They're actually pretty damn nice. So I might just choose them. If it turns blue over there, see these ones on the left hand side, engine thrust. If they're in the red, maneuvering thrust, engine health, if they're in the red, it's no good. Then those engines are no good. You need ones that are cover the blue, and they have the up arrow so it increases. So we can do this one, we can do this one, and we can do this one. I'm going to do this when we have enough credits. I'm going to increase those engines, okay? And then we go to the other engines, and again, you only have 2, so the engines that we have are plenty fine. Confirmation, modification, and accept. It's that simple. There's nothing else you have to do if you want to use this Razorleaf, which is actually the Mantis, which I called the Dark Star. There you have it. Let me see if I can give you a little bird's eye view of this. Maybe I'll go into the old photo mode. And then from there, let me see if I can give you an idea of what this looks like. It's a pretty badass ship. 5-man cruise ship, plenty of cargo. That's the other thing I wanted to show you, the amount of cargo. I'll tell you, because I got all of these extra cargo bins. Look at my cargo. Check out my cargo. I hate running in third person. Other Team Dark members say the same thing. It's just, you look funny. Everybody else is walking and you're running like a nut job. So I'm going to take that off. Okay. And go into the cockpit and you check your cargo. And look at the space I have in my cargo. 1,573. That's right, 1,573. Now, here's the thing. You can get, and let me run out here. Now, if you notice, this is the Dark Star. You originally get the Frontier. That's the first ship you get. That's a 2-man cruise ship. The Star Eagle is the one you get from completing the aquire quest line. And you can actually change the modules in this as well. You can change them into different modules, but they do not have, and I don't know why yet. Maybe I have to upgrade my starship building trait or skill, but you can't put a workshop in there, and I really like the workshop. But this is a 5-man crew. It's a big ship. It's actually massive, and it is very cool. There's a lot of compartments inside, and the cargo capacity is 2,964. So if you want to just run cargo and you're not worried about the workshop being in the ship and you just want to run cargo, this is the way to go. Just grab this Star Eagle and boom, there you go. There you have it. And it's funny because this 5-man cruise ship, the Star Eagle, that you get for free, actually. You get it for free, totally for free, after completing the side quests of the aquire missions over on over in Cheyenne, in the Cheyenne system. You get this absolutely free, and this is one of the only ships that it's a 5-man crew, and you don't need the 5-man crew license to actually fly it. Your piloting skill, you don't have to have it up to the max, so you can actually fly this ship, and you don't have to max out that. So that's pretty interesting as well. But the reason why I say you don't really need a workshop on your ship is this. In the lodge at Constellation headquarters, you have a basement. Don't know if you knew this, but you have a basement. And in the basement is all your workshops that you need. Okay, so every single workshop that you need is all here for you to use anytime you want. So you just have to fast travel here, and you have this entire basement that you can work in as your workshop. So You don't really need a workshop in your ship unless you plan on utilizing that workshop on another planet at that time. That's the only time you need it. Otherwise, anything you need to build, you can come back here to Constellation and you can actually build it right here. And you actually have here a Constellation mission board. When you go in it, you can actually choose different mission to go on and how much they give you. So there's always something to do in this game. So don't forget you have this basement at Constellation. Okay, so that's the shipbuilding part. It's very simple. Don't forget, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. If you need any questions answered, I'm happy to do it. And that's all I have on this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, do me a favor, smash that like and share. It helps the channel grow. Subscribe if you haven't already. And you know what to do. If you hit that bell, you'll get notified of all new upcoming content. Looking forward to seeing you next time. Everybody have a great day. Excelsior. Take care.